set. All right, Coach, you can start us off with some comments.
Compliments to Coach Mason and his squad. He's doing a really nice job there. Really like that guy. He's what is all good about coaching. He cares more about the mentorship of his young men. He had his kids ready to play tonight, and the effort that they gave is complimentary. We didn't have ours prepared as well, particularly in some critical areas like third down, tight red zone. We scored some points there, but we've got to be more efficient. Penalties were something we hadn't done all year. You know, we were, I guess, top 2 or 3 in the nation in penalties, and we have 11 tonight for 120 yards. Turned the ball over tonight, and that's not stuff that is elite football. And we just didn't play real well, and I have to start with myself and look at and say that I didn't prepare them well enough, and we didn't have a good third down plan. We've got to correct that. But I will say that, like I told them in there, man, you celebrate the wins in life. And life moves too fast, and you better enjoy the ones that you get. And celebrate it and learn from the things that we did not do well. We've got to, if we really want to be elite, we've got to prepare like we're an elite football team. And there was, we had an awful Wednesday. Thought we had an okay Tuesday, but we need the leadership in the locker room to help us with that for sure.
All right, raise your hand and bring a microphone to you. Questions down low.
You look like Chad struggled there for a little while through the 2 interceptions. What did you see from him? I know you haven't watched the film, but I mean.
Oh, I don't have to on the 2 picks. You know, just really bad reads. We've got to coach him better for sure. He threw a fade ball into the boundary against cover 2 safety, and the first one, you know, same thing. Both of them same coverages.
Questions?
I know you talked about maybe not having them prepared, and you talked about approach this week. I mean, did you feel like there was any hangover effect from the Alabama game? Did you feel like you got ready to play?
Oh, I don't. Again, a lot of credit goes to Vanderbilt, and they're better than people give them credit for. And but you know, in last week's game took a lot out of you. Getting back at 5 a.m. and beat up kids that don't practice some during the week, and you know, but all of that sound. I mean, everybody's got to go through that. So you know, did that have something to do with some of our play? I don't know. I just know that if that's the case, we're going to have a long year, because this is we don't have an open date until after 10 games, I guess. So we're in for a grind, and so we've got to prepare better, even if games do take a lot out of you.
You mentioned the third downs. I think 3 of 13 according to the Quickie stats. Was there any sort of a common thread there that led to some of those struggles? We struggled with their 2-man twist that gave us pressure. They went 2-man a lot, that we didn't either have a good call for it, or we didn't win in the areas that we needed to win in. But the whole thing needs to be evaluated, and you know, Dan does a great job planning for those, and I've got to you know, I've got to help him if need be. But you know, you have those nights, but they had a really good plan, and we had some bad calls on third down that really had very little chance at times.
I will take questions up top of the room.
Hugh, you kind of talked about it earlier, but the inability to score touchdowns in the red zone, what was it that Vandy was doing defensively that made it so difficult?
I'll have to watch the film on that. You know, most of the time, when we were big personnel, they were beating us at the point of attack. Then when we would throw some balls off of our run action, Chad struggled with the positioning of the throw, it seemed like. But I'll have to go watch that on film. It's really hard for me to see all of that from my viewpoint.
We'll take more questions up top.
But they've been a very good red zone team.
Coach, String had a big game today. Can you just talk a little bit about his play, just sort of the catalyst early in the game?
Yeah, I think String is one of those unheralded guys that's really good. And, you know, he got banged up there at the end. I hope he's okay because we really need him. He's a big threat for us. And we've all known that see him practice all the time. So it's good to see it start happening on the game field. Very talented kid.
Any more questions up top?
You were hoping to get a Tunsil update this week. Did you get one?
I did not. I assume that it's obviously still ongoing, and hopefully we'll get an answer soon.
All right, questions back down low?
Hugh, what did you think of your play at Husky with AJ and the guys that subbed in there?
Struggled some. Seemed to be. Had a few underneath the routes that thought they've got to be setting there for. That should have been 5-yard gains. I'm not saying they should have been incomplete passes, but instead they're 12-yard gains. And I think I need to watch the film and see. But there was a few times that we probably could have played our technique a little better at that spot.
All right, questions down low? Anything else? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.